Okay, so I'm here just making sure it works and that you guys can hear me. And I got all my supplies. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. So I'm going to, I hope you guys can see that okay. It doesn't seem very clear. Maybe I'll turn on a light. I usually record videos on my phone. Just starting right now. So, be right back. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is cut, or no, I already cut my ends. Maybe I should tell you guys what you need ahead of time. I have it written in my phone. Okay, so for supplies, you need a high temperature glue gun, scissors, of course, good ones, a needle and thread, a clip of your choice. I prefer alligator clips like this, grosgrain ribbon in measurements of 1.5 inches, cut to 28 inches, which is like this, right here. It's doubled up though. Then 1.5 inches, cut in 6 inches. 7/8 width, cut to 25 inches. 4 separate 7/8 inch width, 4 of them cut in 5 inches. And then you need some 3/8 inch ribbon to line the clip and finish the bow off with. And then a small embellishment, a rhinestone or a bow center or a little character, something like that. So I'm a little bit early, but all I'm going to start doing is cutting my edges and burning them. So you want to trim off any little hairs on your ribbon. I didn't do this ahead of time because I wanted you guys to see exactly what we do. What I do. Okay, I'm live on the video. I'll be done really quick. And then we'll go to dinner. I know.
How some file is like invisible at the end, at the bottom?
That's a good question. I don't know. So I'm just burning my edges. You always want to burn the edges of your bow. I use a lighter. You might want to start off with matches. If you're afraid of burning it, you barely touch the fire to the ribbon. For the longer piece, I'm going to cut both edges at the same angle. So like that. Then you just burn the edge, make it real smooth. The bottom base, I cut it straight because it doesn't need to be slanted because it won't show. Now this one can be cut 2 different ways. You can either cut it in three little triangles, which you'll fold it like that, and then like that, fold it in half, and then fold each half in half. So you got like 3 different ways, you see? But I'm going to do it like this because that's easy. So I recommend you do it. Just fold it in half and then trim it to this angle. You always want to start from the inside for cutting. You get a better straight edge. And then to burn it, just get as close as you can without, melting the ribbon too much. Same on the other side. Try to make it as uniform as possible. Burn it. Some people use that fray check on the ends of the ribbon. I don't prefer to use that because it's like a chemical, and most of the time hair bows are for little kids. So I don't like to use wires or chemicals or anything like that. So the same thing with all the little pieces. We're going to cut those also in a V. So I guess I could fold it to make it faster. Time to start class. Oh, Kim is messaging me. I'm on. So I doubled it up. Maybe you want to do it single if you're just starting, so you get so it's easier for you. Is Kim on? No, she just told me it's time. So there was that side. Burn it lightly. You don't want to burn it too much. Then you have a melty bow. Same thing with the other 3 pieces, excuse me. Still have no viewers, but I'm doing it anyways. Burning the edges, cleaning them up. Excuse me. I might have to get water. I got a tickle. So you see how it's kind of rounded looking? Just going to burn it a little bit more to get it even. Just barely touch it and it cuts it just right. Oh, good. You hear me and you see me. Great, Kim. That's good to know. Is it clear? Because I have it, you know, it looks kind of weird on my end.
And I have this is the gloves.
Oh, Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
For Halloween?
Yes.
Really?
I'm obsessed with
So right now, Kim, I'm just burning the edges. I kind of jumped on a little bit early to make sure I was it was gonna work. So I just cut.
Just this kind of money.
Oh wow, that's a lot. We'll try to make it, okay? Because that's a lot of money.
Okay.
So I burnt all my edges. Now what I like to do with the ribbon ahead of time is fold it in half and then fold it again. That way I can kind of get a crease.
I'm just gonna look at stuff, okay?
That's fine, baby. That way you kind of get a crease, and you can just do it right away. It'll make a crease for you. So that way I got a crease, and I kind of know my measurements on where I'm going to put my angles. So this is the important part. We're going to start to make the bow. So you take the end and you take your first crease and you meet at the end and you kind of turn it at an angle. You see that? A nice angle, not all the way turned. Well, I mean, if you want your tails to be like that, that's fine. But if you want it to be rounded, nice and rounded, and you go like that. Then you meet with the next line and it comes to the middle right here. And you want to make sure these are the same length, the best you can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but the best you can. And then you take the third little crease and then you're going to put that under the top right here. Also at a nice angle that's uniform with the other one. And if it's too If it's bigger than this one, just bring it in a little bit because you can always cut the end to even it out. So I don't know if you can see that okay. But look. So we got that 3 tails so far. So then the third tail, no, the fourth tail, the fourth crease, I guess I should say. You're going to bring it into the middle. So there's your bow. And then you're just going to kind of play with it and make it look the right way how you want it to look. And then this one doesn't have to be perfect either because it's at the bottom. So I'm going to put a clip on this because I totally forgot to put my thread on my needle. So you go like that. Put the clip right there. If you ever have to walk away from it, your clip has it safe for you. So I'm going to thread my needle really quick. I like to have enough thread to work with. So thread the needle, tie a knot at the end. I like to do a nice thick knot because sometimes the thread tends to go through the ribbon if your knot is not thick enough. Can you see the chat on YouTube? Oh, I wasn't paying attention, Kim. Let me look. Let me see here. No, I don't see any chat. Where would it be at? All it says to me is invite people, adjust bandwidth, settings, stop broadcast live, and 1 viewer. I don't see any chat. Present to everyone. Profile. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess with it and then click off of it. I don't see any chat, hun. Maybe next time we can go live in the group. That's a lot easier. It's okay. If anyone has questions, I will send them to you here. Awesome. Thanks, Kim. Great way to communicate, right? Okay, so I'm going to straighten out my bow again. I'm live right now. Did you need something?
No.
Okay. I got 3 girls, so, you know, they're all going to come in here wanting something eventually at one time. So I straighten out my bow. You see it? Now, to make the bow, you're going to, let me straighten it out better.
I have the chat. See.
Oh, you're watching me on YouTube? Oh, okay. My daughter's watching me on YouTube, and she could see the chat. Are there others here? It's on the phones. Okay, it's on. Wait, Precious Desirables is here too. Oh, Nikita. Okay, got it. I'm new to this, you guys, so bear with me. So now the fold. This is the important part because this is where you get your angle for the bow. So the fold, we're going to fold it right in the middle, upward. Very important to go upward first. And then the edges, you go downward. And then you just pinch it in the middle. I'm pinching it, you see? And I'm going to stick my needle right through the center, right here, through all these layers of material. So this is why you need a stronger needle. Some people use wire because it's easier to do this part. I like to use a needle.
Someone named Nancy.
Okay, hi Nancy. I can't actually see your comments, but my daughter has it on her phone and she could see your comments. So if you guys have questions, she can tell me what you're saying. So then I just wrap it around a few hundred times. Not really 100, but a few times where it's nice and sturdy. And then I take the needle and put it through the thread right here. just to give it support. Then I'm going to tie a knot and seal it. That way you know it doesn't come apart. So this is the first bow. Now, a lot of people just make bows like this alone and use that, just a single layer bow. I'm doing a double layer bow for you guys. It's more boutique style. This is just a simple bow, but you can do it like this, or you can do the double layer one like I'm showing you. Okay, so then what we want to do is fluff it back up. So you want to kind of turn it back upwards. If it's the angle that it is down here, keep it that angle. You don't really want to mess with it down here too much. But if it's, say it's shorter on one side, you can kind of pull at it and make the other ones longer. But you kind of want to do that before you even sew it, because once you sew it, it's kind of set in stone. So my bottom bow, there it is. It's a little bit fluffy. And just perfect it. So there's the bow. That's your basic hair bow right there. And you can do this alone, just by itself, or you can do the other layers, which I'm going to show you right now. But that's your basic hair bow. And now how you get it to be stiff, there's something called stiffen spray. You just get the stiffen spray and you saturate the bow in it, and it gets really nice and hard, and it will keep its texture, and it won't like move or smash or move around or be floppy. That's how I like to do the bows. Okay, so there's the first bow. It's kind of going funky right there, but that's it. And then you're going to take this part, the 6-inch, 1.5 inch width, and then your other, let's see here, your other 4 pieces. Kind of want to find where the middles are, so you're going to fold each one in half. Fold this one in half, get a crease, just so you know where the middle is, and then kind of line it up on your measuring, or you can do it by eye, however you do it. This one would go right here. We're just going to angle it the best we can.
Why did you put Hairbow tutorial GGG?
GGG is the group, Girls Glitter and Giggles. Giggles, Glitter and Girls, I think, one of the groups. That's the group name. So I'm just going to make this as even as I can. Double it up. The next one. Now, I want mine, I'm kind of making it go in between. So each tail is going to kind of angle up like that when I put it down here. But you can also separate them too. And you don't want it to be taking up the middle right here, because you want to be able to fold it again. We're going to do that same fold we did like on the bow. We're going to do that right here on these center parts. I'm just lining it up and getting it ready for the fold. So I pick it up. That's how it looks. See that? You can make these longer. You can make this shorter. You can make it any length you want. But basically, the measurements I'm showing you are for a 4-inch hair bow. So same thing. We're going to fold it up in the middle and then down on the sides. You want to get this as good as you can. Pinch it there in the middle. Get your thread and your needle. Poke it. You get every piece in there. Pull it through and then wrap it a few times to secure it. Wrap it around. Tuck it underneath that thread where you just wrapped around. And then secure it with a couple knots. Almost done with it. And then cut that. I'm gonna have to get more thread before I go into the next bow. Okay, so then we have the middle right here. You kind of want to puff it up. Puff it upwards, flatten it out. There's your center. You see that? Now, if these are too long, I could always just cut them. And if one's longer than the other, you can always cut that too. So then that will go right on top of here, and we're going to glue it right on top of there. So that's that right there. Now I say high temperature glue gun because if you use a low temperature glue gun, your bow eventually will fall apart because a low temperature glue gun does not stick very well. Let's hope I have enough in here. I couldn't find my glue sticks, so I'm on my last leg here. Okay, we want to keep it as even as possible. So there's that.
Hurry up.
I'm live right now. Chill out. Okay, so now we're going to take our last piece right here. This one we want tails on. So when I fold it, I'm going to leave a little bit room here for tails. See?
The girls, one of the people said the chat will be on the right of the video in the comments of the comments.
I know, but I don't see it. I just see it where it says it's like a black screen and it says you.
Maybe this?
No.
Oh wait, no.
Don't mess with that. Maybe right there. What's that? Chat. Oh, okay,
Chat,
there it
yep.
is. Oh, look at that. Thank you. I got chat now. To list all available commands, enter here. Okay, cool. So I'm just pressing down, getting my fold.
You got 24 views on one of your videos.
Awesome. Getting some more thread. I guess I don't need that much because this will be the last time we're sewing. Can I get my needle? I can't put my face in there and show you guys down here at the same time. That's why I have I'm headless. So don't mind me. You want to say hi?
No.
Okay. So that's kind of thin. Make a thicker knot.
No. Because I don't want it. You do. You what? This is really
Okay. So, no, girls, this is on YouTube, okay? So chill out. Same thing. We're going to go like, same thing. Meeting it in the middle on my crease. See where I folded it? I have creases. So I'm meeting right there, kind of leaving the tail out. I did the second part. This is your basic hair bow. This is how you're going to do all the hair bows you do. So that one's a little long, so I'm going to pull it in. Good way to measure if they're the same length is just pull it up and go like that. If they're the same length, you're good to go. Not going to have much issues. The fourth one goes on top, kind of like at the same angle as this one over here. And then it seems a little big on that side. So there's the hair bow. Same thing, we're going to fold up, then down, like an accordion. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. See how the angle of it is? It's like an 8 on both sides. So fold up, then fold down. This is the tricky part because it's got to be really intricate to be. This is what makes your angle of the loops. Where'd my needle go? There it is. Okay, so I'm just shoving it through there. Wrapping it around really good. And I don't have any string right here, so I'm just going to tuck this one in and then wrap it back around the needle like that. And that should stay. Cut it. Puff it back up how you want it. Take it and then put it right on top. I'm going to put my glue there. Oh man. You don't need a lot. You just need a nice little glob. Get it at the same angle. And then with this, with the hot glue, it's easier to remove when it dries. If you're trying to remove it while it's wet, it doesn't do well. Okay, so there is the finished bow. Well, it's not finished yet. We got a couple more things, and then, but that's what it will look like. See? Looks good on the side, the angle, and then you could always embellish it with crystals here. Put crystals on the sides right there. It looks really cute. Rhinestones, crystals, whatever you want to use. Okay, so next we'll line the clip. For those of you who came in late, you'll see how to line. You'll see why I'm burning the edges. I told you at the beginning. Just a little bit of glue. I don't cut this until I'm done. So I take it, go like that. I don't put more glue at the top. I just use what's there. Line the clip up. And then this is where I cut it. So I find where I'm going to stop at on the back. And then I just give it a trim. That didn't go very clean. Burn that. Nice and hard. I'm going to put a little glop of glue down here. I'm not going to go inside. Some people do. It does look really clean, but when you go inside, eventually it falls out and there's just a lot of loose material right there. Tacky glue. Okay, so there's the clip. Now we are almost done. So you're going to find your angle of where you want to put your clip. Some people like the clip way out here so they could reach it. I usually try to line it up center, but I still want room to reach it. So I'm going to put it like about right there. So I'll put the glue on the clip and then put the bow onto the clip. And if these clips don't stay in hair very well when you just do the ribbon alone. So you can line it with velvet underneath, or what was it? Velcro. Velcro sticks in the hair really good of kids. Okay, so there's that. Almost. So then I'm going to kind of get my measurement of where I'm going. So I could just cut it and get. So then I'm going to put glue right here in the center.
No, I'm just hungry. Because we can't go because of that lady. Because of that.
So I'm going to glue it. Then I'll have to trim it and burn it again. So I'm just going to go in there very gracefully and give it a little burn. Now I touch it. I don't recommend you guys touching it when you do that. I know what I'm doing, so that's why I do that. Now see, I could have made these tails a little bit longer, these short ones right here, because you can barely see them. And then you kind of just, move it around the way you want it to look. And once you spray it with that stiffening spray, it will stay the way you put it. So then the final touch will be the rhinestone in the middle. Do I have enough glue? Put the glue on, put it in the center. You don't have to put an embellishment in the middle, but I think it looks really sharp. Just finishes off the bow really good. So there's your boutique hair bow. With practice, 20 minutes you can get it done. So like I said, I would have made these a little bit longer, maybe ½ inch longer. Or you can just trim this and make it shorter. So it looks uniform. So there it is, you girls. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you guys have any questions, I don't see any comments. So I guess, you can either message me, send me a friend request on Facebook, or message me in the group on my YouTube channel post that Kim did. But that's your boutique hair bow. Hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope it was easy to follow. Okay, you guys have a good night. I don't know how to log out of here. Here it is.